Buffet sa Pampanga? Dapat masarap yan. Kasi nasa food capital tayo. At kapag sinabi mong Kapampangan buffet, hindi pwedeng pa-cute lang ang pagkain. Dapat may dating. Dapat may lasa. Dapat pag uwi mo, hindi lang tiyan mo ang busog. Pati kaluluwa mo, naka-food coma na rin. What's up? Rage Maglalang here. And for today's vlog, nandito tayo sa Holidayland Restaurant sa San Fernando, Pampanga. This is not a sponsored video. Kami ang nagbayad ng kinain namin kaya honest tayo dito. Kung masarap, sasabihin natin. Kung okay lang, sasabihin din natin. Walang drama, walang arte. Pero may kanin, seryoso ang usapan. Today, casual family lunch lang dapat ito. Pero dahil balikbayan food trip din, syempre kailangan sulitin. Kasi pag umuwi ka ng Pampanga, hindi sapat ang kumain lang tayo. Dapat may buffet, dapat may lutong bahay, dapat may ulam na parang may reunion kahit wala namang birthday. Pagdating namin sa Holidayland, ang unang dating niya sa akin, parang bahay na ginawang restaurant. Hindi siya yung intimidating na hotel buffet na parang kailangan mong maglakad ng mabagal habang kumakain. Dito, very homey, very old school Pampanga. Parang may handaan sa malaking bahay ng kamag-anak mo. Pero ang maganda, hindi mo na kailangang maghugas ng plato pagkatapos. Bayad ka na, kain ka na lang. Hindi pa siya sobrang crowded nung dumating kami. Sakto lang, relax pa. Pero after a few minutes, unti-unti nang dumadami ang tao. Alam mong legit ang lugar kapag weekday lunch pa lang, may pumapasok na agad. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang turista ang kumakain dito. Pati locals, alam na alam ang galawan. Ang vibe niya, fiesta style. Simple. Homey, old school, walang masyadong palabok sa interior. Pero yung pagkain ng bida. And honestly, ganitong klaseng lugar ang masarap puntahan kapag family lunch. Hindi kailangan magpanggap, kain lang, kwento. Balik ulit sa buffet table, repeat until happy. Pagdating sa buffet area, nagising ang inner food reviewer natin. Yung mata mo pala ang busog na konti. Ang daming choices. And for an affordable buffet, respectable talaga ang variety. May rice, may ulam, may fried items, may Kapampangan dishes, may seafood, may dessert, may drinks. Hindi siya yung buffet na 3 ulam lang, tapos ang tawag nila variety. Dito, ramdam mong pinaghandaan. And one thing I really appreciated, mabilis silang mag-refill. Kapag may dish na nauubos, hindi siya yung malungkot na tray na naiwan sa past relationship. Napapalitan agad, fresh, hot, and ready for round 2. For me, important yun sa buffet. Kasi hindi lang dami ng food ang labanan. Dapat buhay ang buffet table. Dapat mainit pa ang pagkain. Dapat hindi mukhang last episode ng teleserye ang mga ulam. For my first plate, syempre nag-start tayo strong. Fried rice, asado, adobong balut, and dinakdakan. Ito yung plate na nagsasabing, hindi ako nandito para mag-diet. Nandito ako para maging masaya. Unahin natin ang fried rice. Simple siya, pero bagay na bagay sa mga ulam. Hindi siya agaw eksena. Supportive character siya. Yung tipong hindi bida pero kapag wala siya, may kulang sa kwento. Then we have the asado. Ito yung may very Kapampangan feel. Savory, medyo sweet, rich. And lutong bahay ang dating. Yung lasa niya, parang may lola or tita sa kusina na nagsabing, dagdagan mo pa ng sauce, anak. Ang sarap niya ipare sa rice. Dangerous combination ito. Kasi kapag ganito ang ulam, hindi mo namamalayan, second serving ka na ng kanin. Next, dinakdakan. Also really good, creamy. Savory, may texture, may personality. Hindi siya boring. Yung tipong habang kinakain mo, parang sinasabi niya, hoy, pansinin mo rin ako. And yes, pinansin natin. Pero ang star ng first plate for me, adobong balut. Grabe, ito talaga ang pinuntahan ng craving ko. Alam ko naman na may possibility na meron sila. Pero iba pa rin yung feeling kapag nakita mo siya sa buffet table. Parang reunion ng puso at cholesterol. Masarap siya. Rich, flavorful, savory, and very satisfying. Yung sauce niya kumakapit. Tapos yung balut mismo, comfort food pero may konting thrill. I loved it. Pero syempre, hinay-hinay lang tayo. High blood is waving. Hindi tayo pwedeng magpanggap na teenager pa ang arteries natin. Pero kahit ganun, masasabi ko, worth it yung unang kuha. At spoiler alert, bumalik pa ako. Habang kumakain kami, ramdam mo yung family-friendly atmosphere. May mga pamilya, may groups, may mga taong parang sanay na rito. Hindi siya stiff, hindi siya fancy-fancy. Mas parang, tara, kain tayo. Kuha ka pa? Tikman mo to. Ganun ang energy dito. And that works for Holidayland. Kasi Kapampangan food, especially buffet style, mas bagay talaga kapag may kasamang kwento. Yung may tumatawag sa'yo from the other side of the table. Tikman mo to. Tapos pagtikim mo, kukuha ka rin. For the second plate, hindi tayo nagpatalo. Dito naman pumasok ang lechon kawali, tokwa't baboy, and fried bulaklak ng kalabasa. Unahin natin ang lechon kawali. Alam mo yung lechon kawali na dapat crispy, dapat may bite, pero hindi dapat tuyong-tuyo? This one was really good, hindi ko siya ma-fault. Masarap siya with rice, masarap siya kahit solo, masarap siya kahit nagpapanggap kang konti lang kakainin ko. Yung tokwa't baboy, classic. Simple, familiar. Pero kapag tama ang timpla, winner. And dito, okay siya. Yung suka, yung alat, yung texture ng tokwa and pork. All working together, parang barkada na walang bida-bida. Tapos yung fried bulaklak ng kalabasa. Ito yung dish na humble lang sa itsura. Pero pag kinain mo, may ambag pala. Crispy, light, and masarap. Magandang pang-balance sa heavier dishes. At this point, masasabi ko na consistent yung food. Hindi yung isang dish lang ang masarap. Tapos the rest filler na lang. Marami talagang may laban. Which is impressive, especially for an affordable buffet. One thing na napansin ko habang kumakain, hindi napapabayaan ng buffet. May movement, may refilling, may attention. For buffets, malaking bagay yan. Kasi kahit gaano kasarap ang food, kapag naubusan ka ng dish na gusto mo at walang refill, masakit. Parang pinaasa ka ng lechon kawali. Pero dito, they were consistently refilling. Kapag may nauubos, napapalitan. And during our visit, the food was hot and freshly cooked. That alone already adds points. Pricing-wise, I forgot the exact amount we paid. Pero Holidayland is known as one of the more affordable Kapampangan buffets in Pampanga. Since prices can change, check their official page before visiting. Pero based on our experience, sulit siya. Especially kung gusto mong makatikim ng maraming Kapampangan and Filipino dishes in one meal. Now for the third plate. Dito na yung last plate na to stage. Alam naman natin lahat na sa buffet, ang last plate ay hindi legal contract. More of emotional suggestion lang siya. For this round, I had barbecue chicken, nilasing na hipon, bringhe, and yes, adobong balut again. Let's start with the barbecue chicken. Masarap siya. May smokiness, may sweetness. May familiar Pinoy barbecue flavor. Yung tipong bagay sa outing, birthday, reunion, or kahit Tuesday lang basta gutom ka. Then nilasing na hipon. Crunchy, flavorful, and may pulutan energy. Kahit hindi ka umiinom, parang bigla kang naghahanap ng kwento sa kapitbahay. It was really good. Then we have bringhe. For those who are not familiar, bringhe is often described as the Kapampangan version of paella. Usually made with glutinous rice, turmeric, coconut milk, and other ingredients depending on the recipe. Dito, for me, it was just okay. Hindi siya bad. Hindi naman siya ayoko na. Pero compared sa ibang dishes na mas tumatak talaga, ito yung medyo tahimik sa plate. Parang present siya pero hindi siya nag-solo performance. Still, okay naman. Maybe personal preference lang din. Kasi kapag buffet, may dishes talaga na swak sa'yo. May dishes na okay lang. Normal yan. Pero syempre bumalik tayo sa adobong balut. Yes. Second round, I had to. At this point, busog na ako. Pero yung balut tumatawag. Hindi ko alam kung ako ba ang pumili sa balot or ang balot ang pumili sa akin. Again, masarap talaga. If you're adventurous, if you like balut, or if you want to try something very Pinoy and very memorable, ito ang isa sa mga dapat tikman dito. Pero reminder lang, Kung may high blood kayo, chill lang, tikim-tikim. Hindi career. After 3 plates, full tank na tayo. Pero syempre, Filipino buffet ito. Hindi complete ang ending kung walang dessert. So I made my own DIY halo-halo. The ingredients were okay. Refreshing siya, masarap, and perfect after all the savory and rich dishes. Lalo na kapag busog ka na, pero kailangan mo ng something cold and sweet para ma-reset ang system. My only issue? Maliit yung cup. Parang pang sample size ng happiness. Gusto mong lagyan ng maraming ingredients pero yung baso nagsasabing, "Be, calm down." Pero overall masarap pa rin. Refreshing, simple, and good way to end the meal. Hindi siya grand dessert station, pero for this type of buffet, it does the job. Overall, Holidayland gave us exactly what we wanted. Casual family lunch, Kapampangan food, buffet variety, and that homey Pampanga dining experience. Hindi siya luxury buffet, hindi siya yung pupuntahan mo para sa chandeliers and imported cheese station. Pupuntahan mo siya kasi gusto mo ng lutong bahay. Kapampangan flavors, familiar Filipino dishes, and a meal that feels like handaan. The ambience is homey. Old school, fiesta style, parang bahay na naging restaurant. And honestly, that's part of the charm. Service-wise, mostly self-service siya, which is expected for buffet. The staff were there, the food was refilled, and the flow was okay. Cleanliness for me is around 7.5 out of 10. Not perfect, but decent enough during our visit. Parking was easy when we arrived. Pero I can imagine it gets busy during peak hours, especially kapag weekend or lunch rush. So kung pupunta kayo, mas okay siguro earlier than peak time. Would I recommend Holidayland? Yes, definitely. Good siya for families, balikbayans, tourists, and anyone na gustong matikman ng different Kapampangan and Filipino dishes. Without spending too much, it caters to everyone. Pwede sa solo diner, pwede sa barkada, pwede sa pamilya, pwede rin sa mga tito na ang goal sa buffet ay mabawi ang entrance fee through rice and determination. For balikbayans, this is a nice stop because it feels very local. Hindi siya overly polished. Hindi siya trying hard. It's very Pampanga. Very family lunch. Very, kuha ka pa, may refill. And if you're asking me what to try first, honestly, try everything. Pero personally, my top picks are adobong balut number 1. No contest, asado because it really gave that Kapampangan home-cooked feel. Lechon kawali because crispy happiness is valid. Dinakdakan because it had flavor and texture. And nilasing na hipon because it's fun to eat and masarap. Bringhe was just okay for me. Hindi lahat kailangan maging favorite. Ang importante, marami kang options. And you discover what works for your taste. So for my rating, food 8.5 out of 10. Value for money 9 out of 10. Ambiance 8 out of 10. Cleanliness and organization 7.5 out of 10. Balikbayan approved score 9 out of 10. Overall, I'd give Holidayland Restaurant a solid 8.5 out of 10. Sulit, satisfying, family-friendly, and very Pampanga. I left very full, not just full. Yung full na tahimik ka na sa biyahe, pauwi. Would I go back? Of course, especially for that adobong balut. Pero next time, responsibly. Kasi masarap siya, pero ayoko namang gawing plot twist ang blood pressure ko. And that's it for today's food trip here at Holidayland Restaurant in San Fernando, Pampanga. Kung naghahanap kayo ng affordable Kapampangan buffet na homey, casual, and perfect for family lunch, add this to your list. Just check their updated rates and opening hours before going. Kasi prices and schedules can change. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang vlog na ito, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And kung nakapunta na kayo sa Holidayland, comment nyo naman below. Ano ang favorite dish nyo? Team adobong balut ba kayo? Team lechon kawali? Or team lahat tikman natin kasi buffet naman? This is Rage Maglalang. Busog, happy, and slightly worried sa cholesterol. See you on the next food trip.